how did you get them alone?
Grooming. I would check out their family situation. I would check out their clothing to see how well they were, financially. I would check out their social interaction with other kids. When we were on the ballparks or on the gym floor, I would make sure which ones I wanted to molest. I would give them special attention, congratulate them, talk to them when I know that I would never be allowed to talk to anybody else. Aside from everybody, I would give them the attention that an official is not supposed to give anybody. And it made them feel like, wow, he's paying me attention. It is a direct form of grooming.
Were there certain characteristics that you looked for in children before molesting them?
In children, yes, but more I also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child. If I thought that the child had friends that he would tell, I would not approach him. If I thought the child had friends that were in the same capacity he was, I would approach him. For the simple fact that if I could molest him, I could lure him into believing, grooming him into believing that he would enjoy it. And therefore, I could manipulate him into having his other friends come and be molested by me as well.
So perhaps a child that doesn't really have a whole lot of friends, maybe not really a strong family, things like that.
Yes, no spiritual values, weak in education, needs help in many ways, even from split parenting, has a mother who may be having problems with the family, well, here comes superhero in to help out, wow, well, thank you very much. No problem. You ever need me to take them away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem. It works.
Yeah. So we back for another one. So what I wanted to do was unpack this video of this referee who was really a child predator, man. So first off, y'all notice that he mentioned how he looks for kids who need attention. That's the first thing he looks for. Kids who don't get enough attention will take attention from anywhere they can get it. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's good, bad, safe, or dangerous. To them, attention is attention. So when a strong father figure isn't there, like when there's no protector, no steady hand to guide them, that's when they become vulnerable to a chump like this. You know what I'm saying? And you heard him say he looks for whether kids are coming from an unstable family. Basically, he's checking to see if your kids have some structure, male guidance in their life, or they just running around here in the world doing whatever they want to because you aren't in their life. Now, the tricky part about this can easily happen during the times when you're going through it with your BM and she's not letting you see your children. This is one of the things that BMs don't think about when they're trying to alienate you from your family. They so busy trying to hurt you, this is the furthest thing from their mind. And this is why it's dangerous for them to be led by their emotions instead of leadership, because they have a blind spot for situations like this. Like without our presence as a father, man, without our presence, it's like a house with no lock on the door. Joint just wide open. And anybody can come in, especially predators. They can smell the vulnerability from a mile away. The ones that groom, manipulate, and prey on the weak, they look for kids who's searching for something. Some type of approval, some type of validation, any type of love. And this is especially for our girls. I mean, the boys too, but the girls definitely. Y'all gotta remember, man, these predators have years or damn near decades of practice with other kids. They've seen many versions of your child, but your child hasn't seen any version of them. Basically, your child does not have any idea if they're being lined up or not when they meet somebody like this dude. Because he's a ref. He's a sports ref. I don't know what sport it is, but he's a ref. So they're not thinking about him doing anything. They just think he a nice dude, or he looking out for them because they might be special on the court or special on the football field. So as a father, man, it's our job to provide more than just discipline and structure. You know, that's one of the things that we have to do. That's a bottom line thing. But you're supposed to give your kids some identity also. A sense of self-worth that tells them you ain't got to beg for attention because you're comfortable with who you are. That's one thing that's hard for teenagers, is to be comfortable with who they are. Because you're always trying to fit in to somebody else or whatever you think is cool at the time. But getting your kids to, or especially your teenagers, to be comfortable with who they are, they're miles ahead of their group, their age group. Because that's difficult. Peer pressure, all that stuff, that's difficult. But that's where we fit in. That's where you come in as a father. And you let them know you good. You already good enough. You don't have to fit in with anybody. You find a group that you can be as comfortable with yourself as possible, and y'all kick it with each other. Because without them feeling comfortable, or without a sense of self-worth, your kid is going to cling to anybody who makes them feel seen or even special. And sometimes that anyone could be the worst person in their life. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about this video so that you and your kids could recognize red flags, you know? Because a child left wondering emotionally can be easy prey. And especially in the world where predators are more connected, more calculated, and more patient than ever, that's a risk no child should have to take. So I just say, man, since you're the father, man, be there for your kids. Fight for it, especially in their teen years. Because the difference between a child who is protected and a child who's preyed on is only decided by your presence. That's it, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.